Welcome to a new installment of Movies in 10 Minutes. Today we will watch Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. In 1927, the Magical Congress of the United States of America, MACUSA, moves the dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald to Europe to stand trial, but Grindelwald escapes. 3 months later, in London, Newt Scamander visits the Ministry of Magic to request the return of his right to international travel, and runs into Leta Lestrange, his classmate at Hogwarts and the fiancée of his brother Theseus. The ministry agrees to grant Newt's request if he helps Theseus locate Credence Barebone in Paris, but Newt refuses after learning that he should work with the ruthless bounty hunter Gunnar Grimson. Albus Dumbledore asks Newt to find Credence, believing Credence to be Leta's half-brother Corvus Lestrange v. Newt is visited by his American friends, Queenie Goldstein and Nomag Jacob Kowalski, who has regained the memories he lost the previous year. Newt is displeased to learn that Queenie's sister Tina is dating someone after mistakenly believing that Newt and Leta were engaged. He then deduces from Jacob's strange behavior that Queenie has enchanted him for an elopement for the purpose of circumventing MACUSA's ban on wizard Nomag marriage. After Newt undoes the spell, Jacob refuses to marry Queenie, fearing the consequences he would face. She therefore sets out to find her sister, who is looking for Credence in Paris, followed by Newt and Jacob. In Paris, Credence escapes from Circus Arcanus with one of the circus attractions, Nagini, held captive by the owner. They thus set out in search of Credence's birth mother, and find Irma Dugard, the woman who had brought him to America by giving him up for adoption. Grimson, who turns out to be a follower of Grindelwald, kills Irma. Tina meets Yusuf Kama, who also is looking for Credence. Newt and Jacob follow Yusuf to Tina, who is being held captive, and Yusuf imprisons them as well, explaining that he has made an unbreakable vow vowing to kill his half-brother, whom he believes to be Credence. Unable to find Tina, distraught Queenie is taken to Grindelwald. Knowing that Queenie is a Legilimens, he lets her go, not before convincing her to join him, promising to fulfill her wish to marry Jacob. Newt and Tina infiltrate the French Ministry of Magic to search for documents confirming Credence's identity, but are discovered by Leta and Theseus. Tina and Newt reconcile after he explains to her that he was never engaged to Leta. Their search leads them to the Lestrange family tomb, where they find Yusuf, who reveals that he is carrying out his father Mustafa's request to avenge his mother Lorena. The woman had been kidnapped by Corvus Lestrange IV through the Imperious Curse, and had died giving birth to Leta, Yusuf's half-sister. Leta then reveals that she unwittingly caused Corvus V's death. Having set sail for America and unable to bear her constant whining, she exchanged her little brother for another infant, Credence. The ship sank and Corvus drowned. The group follows a path to a gathering of Grindelwald's followers, where they find Queenie and Jacob, who was looking for her. Grindelwald shows a vision of a future world war and rails against the laws that prohibit them from preventing such a tragedy. When Theseus and the Aurors surround the gathering, Grindelwald urges his followers to spread his message throughout Europe, and conjures a ring of blue fire that kills the retreating Aurors and that only his most loyal followers can safely cross. Queenie and Credence cross the fire, while Leta sacrifices herself to allow her companions to escape. As Grindelwald and his followers leave, the remaining wizards and the immortal alchemist Nicholas Flamel extinguish the fire. Newt finally chooses to join the fight against Grindelwald. At Hogwarts, Newt shows Dumbledore a vial stolen from Grindelwald, containing a blood pact made between Grindelwald and Dumbledore when they were young, which prevents them from fighting each other. However, Dumbledore believes it can be destroyed. At Nurmengard Castle in Austria, Grindelwald gives Credence a wand and reveals to him that his real name is Aurelius Dumbledore. Thank you for following this video to the end. Let us know in a comment which summaries you would like to see in the future, and subscribe so you don't miss future videos.